It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, honey, I hope you're enjoying your public holiday and just enjoying your Feel Good Breakfast show from the comfort of your bed. If not, and you're getting ready for work, it's okay. We're sending you into it with good vibes. And this is why on Heritage Day, we're so excited to celebrate this beautiful documentary, Language of My Soul, that is coming to SABC 2 on the 29th of September. It is made by filmmaker Gregory Mulale, somebody who has allowed the beautiful Ngu language to actually live on by covering the incredible Katrina Isao, who is the lady who has been fighting to keep along this beautiful language called the Ngu language. And my friend, when we talk about endangered languages in South Africa, it is genuinely one of the things that I think doesn't get enough attention. And this is why I'm so glad that there are filmmakers like Greg who are allowing those languages not to just live on, but to never be forgotten. And as Katrina fights for her ancestral tongue, this is what we absolutely love to see, where a woman is doing so on her own, but others along helping her, such as Greg. Watch this.
Kaba. Koi. Lang gelede het die diere ook aan gepraat het. En die Bushman het saam met die diere gepraat. Van die taal kom uit die natuur uit.
Die Bushman het baie dinge deurgemaak. Soos die wilde diere gevlug het, so moes hy ook soos 'n wilde dier vlug. Want daar was geld as jy 'n Bushman was.
Oh, come on! It is Language of My Soul coming to SABC 2 on the 29th of September, made by Gregory Mulale. Gregory is truly somebody that I was so excited for you to meet because, my friend, he is someone who is doing the work that matters. Greg, how are you?
I'm good, and thank you for having me here, Zanele.
Of course. Thank you so much, Greg, not just for being here on this couch with us, we are grateful for that, but also for you doing this incredible work of trying to keep the Ngu language alive, with Katrina Isao. Talk to us about why it was so important for you to get involved in this.
Wow. You know, like as a filmmaker, one always looks for those life-defining projects, something meaningful.
Yes.
So when I met Katrina in 2019 and I heard that she's the only speaker of a language, I haven't heard that. I was taken aback. And I went on to learn that her language, Ngu, is so ancient. It's 25,000 years old. Wow. English is only 1,400 years old.
Yes.
And already there is like, okay, there's something special here. But guess what? Without the ability to read and write, she went on to start a language school.
Yeah.
She worked on a new book, the first new book ever, and dictionary. So hers is a very storied life. She's a living legend. And I think I'm very grateful that the story chose me.
I mean, it's beautiful to see the way in which you've just portrayed this living legend. Because genuinely, I think so many people just really have so much respect for her and what it is that she's trying to do, which is beautiful. But then I want to speak to you about, you know, getting into addressing the broader theme of language extinction in this documentary, or rather this film. You know, why did you decide to go in that direction?
Maybe I can answer the question this way. When Katrina was 17 years in 1950s, maybe 1951 or so.
Yeah.
Because her people were being killed for speaking this language, they had to hide their identity, say they speak Afrikaans or they are colours.
Oh, wow.
She started doing that at 17 years old.
Yes.
So she spent 5 decades until 1996 hiding her true identity, going around like, no, I'm an African-speaking coloured person.
Yeah.
And it's not just her. A lot of people who are San descendants today have been classified as coloureds.
Yeah.
And without this language, then a lot of people can't access their roots, their heritage. So really trying to revive the language, document it, preserve it, is something that will help a lot of us find, what can I call it? Find who we are.
Yes.
And without that knowledge, we really can't confront whatever pressing concerns South Africa as a nation has today.
100%.
So language, more than when it comes to heritage, language, even though it's not tangible like clothing or a building or a structure, it carries so much in terms of who we are, how we define ourselves.
History even.
History, you know. Without it, without Ngu, we can't access that deep scientific knowledge and indigenous knowledge that the San have.
Wow. And even talking about history, of course, there is the historical event that happened where Katrina Esau's school burnt down. Can you talk to us about the historical, emotional significance of that and even just the historical significance of it as a whole?
Yeah, that was immense because you can imagine Oma Katrina started this school and is the only school, is the only thing that is in a way trying to make sure that once she's no more, the language remains.
Yeah.
And having it burn was something that really destroyed her, you know. I think how she saw it was like when I was 17 years old, my ngu burned when I stopped speaking it.
Yes.
And now this burning of the school was like the second burning of ngu, which is unfortunate. And it really speaks to something about us also, like our Motswana, Xhosa, or even Chivenda people. We don't, or can I say we see English as the lingua franca as something that we should speak as a language of commerce, as a language to survive.
Yeah.
And as such, our languages are not prioritized.
Yeah.
And the documentary sounds an alarm that 100 years from now, my Setswana might be like, you see.
That's so scary to even think of. But then, you know, talking about that, in terms of the Ngu language, what do you hope and envision the future of Ngu language and the legacy of Katrina will be?
You know, it's very, I think we're very grateful that there's been organizations such as Puku, Pan South African Language Lab, UNISA, and African Tongue, who worked with Oma Katrina to write the book, to produce a bilingual dictionary. So at least there is some documentation of the language.
Amazing.
But the key thing is the revival thereof. It should be in tongues and it should ring in people's ears.
Yes.
And the documentary really tries to answer that question.
Beautiful.
What will happen once Oma Katrina is no more? What will happen to this language?
Well, we thank you so much, Gregory, for being a part of keeping this language alive, keeping history alive in that, and also just allowing us, you know, to go on this journey with you and Katrina. And we can't wait for Language of My Soul, 29th of September. We will be there. And thank you so much for also, I think, just allowing us to genuinely have that conversation about language extension and so much more.
Thank you so much. It's on the 29th of September.
Yes.
That's this Sunday, 9:30, SABC 2, 9:30 p.m.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
You heard it here on your Figure Breakfast Show. We will be there 9:30, SABC 2. Okay, Language of My Soul, all about the journey of Katrina Esau and keeping the Ngu language alive by, of course, none other than Gregory Mulale. I hope that you will be ready to enjoy it, but also to be enlightened in one of the most incredible ways right here on your favorite beautiful broadcasting station, the SABC. And don't forget, it's SABC 2. Right about now, you're on S3, though. And this is why, my friend, we are always so glad to be able to get into more of your Feel Good Breakfast Show, because it's more enlightenment. And this is why I want to ask Carissa, how are we being enlightened more today, my love?